Hello friends, boy, it is great to be back with you. Hopefully we have fixed the computer problems. I'm still having a little bit of trouble here and there, but I think the sound is working. So thank you so much for being with me today. And today's project we're going to do a little bit differently than I normally do. We're just going to be creating as we go. This is not a project that I have created in advance that I'm recreating for you. We're just going to craft together. So let's go ahead and switch our camera and take a look at the fun products I have pulled to make this sweet card. Okay, so recently I received the little Sloth set, which is so cute, and I love this little guy laying on the mailbox. So today we're going to make a Miss You card using this sweet little guy. So I've gone ahead and colored him up, and we're going to use that one. So for our background, I'm going to use these majestic mountain dies, and I'm going to use this little piece right here that's got the trees and the little house, and that's going to create part of our background. And here are some other products that we're using. We're making a mini slimline, and I'm going to use this add-on that is called Mini Slim Pickens. So this is the Mini Slim Pickens. And then this fun stencil goes with the Mini Slim Pickens and the other mini die that cuts out the 3 windows shaped like this. So this stencil works for both of the dies. I only pulled this one because that's the one we're using, but it will work with both. So to begin, we're going to do a little bit of ink blending using our stencil. Let me tell you real quick what I did. With the largest out of the mini slimline dies here, I cut it out 3 times. Twice in white, and then I used the Slim Pickin' ones to cut the windows out of one of them. And then I did it once in green, and then put my edger die on there and went ahead and did it again, so that way I have the same curve around the bottom. And you know what? I forgot to show you one that we're using. I'm also using this frame die, but I'm only using the leaves out of it. Forgot about that one. All right, so we're going to do a little oxide blending, and let's start with our background. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I want to make sure I get this right. So I'm going to use just a little bit of repositionable tape to go ahead and to put my frame piece down. And this is repositionable. So place that right on top. I've got white on white, so it's a little hard to see. All right, did I get that straight? Yes, okay. So now that I have it like that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line up my stencil. This is causing it to bump. This edge is causing it to not lay flat. So I'm just going to get rid of that piece. All right. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab my gel plate. When I stencil, I like to do it on this gel plate, and that will hold my paper still. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, hopefully I'm in the camera view. Yeah. All right, we're going to put this right down on there. And now I'm going to line up my stencil. And this stencil is going to put a white outline around the windows. And by putting this down, I can see through it to see my edge. So that's going to help me, hopefully, get this positioned just right. Excuse my hair if it's there in the camera. I'm trying not to. There we go. I think that is going to be pretty good. And just to be on the safe side, don't know if my tape will hold. Let's see if it will. I'll put down just a little bit of tape. Yeah, there we go. All right, I hope I got that just right. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of sky here in my squares. I'm going to use some of this one to tap off on. And go ahead and add my sky. I'm just kind of lightly adding it and swirling it around so I have light and dark areas. Just want to add a little sky, just so I have some color back there. All right, there we go. So I'm going to hold this up so that you can see. Do you remember the postage stamp die and stencil, how it also leaves that white outline? So that's why it's important to get that lined up just right. Otherwise, your outline is going to be off. So, there we go. Okay, now to finish this up, I'm going to go ahead and bring back this piece because we are going to now take our piece here and we're going to add some ink to this as well. And for this one, I'm going to use some mowed lawn. I'm just going to add along the edges so that my trees are a little bit darker. Now, a lot of this is going to be down underneath, so it's not going to matter. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut off this little cabin, because I don't need the cabin for my card today. I just want this to be trees in the background. So there we go. Now I have what I need. So I'm kind of working on this in layers, starting on the bottom and then working my way up. So I'm going to go ahead and add our furthest background piece right in here. All right. Now another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my Miss You stamp out of our Sloth set, and this Sloth set is called Sloth Moments. Oh, look at this one where he's sleeping up there. There's so many of these I'm gonna make cards with. I really like all these images. So I'm gonna take this Miss You, and just to kind of see, he's gonna be popped up on the front, but just to get that where I want it, I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. Now, one of my favorite sayings from this stamp set was this: "Don't hurry, be happy." I think that's so cute with the sloth, but that's not the sentiment that I want to use for this particular card, but I thought that one was really cute. All right, so we're done with our background for now. So let's go ahead and we're going to color this piece, but let me wipe this off. Got my alcohol over here. I'm just gonna, there we go. And I want my outline piece, I'm going to make it yellow. I'm really enjoying this squeezed lemonade color right now. So we're going to go ahead and just make this piece a pretty yellow. Now you could always do this out of colored cardstock if you didn't want to ink blend it, but I wasn't sure what color I wanted, so I went ahead and just did it in white because I knew with my inks that I can make it any color that I want. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we can go ahead and set that one aside. And now for this piece, we're going to go ahead, clean that up one more time. Here's clean it. Oh, if you're not familiar, this is just a bottle, a spritz bottle with regular rubbing alcohol in it, and that is great for cleaning up your mats or your stencils and things like that. And this is just a microfiber towel that I use for that purpose all the time. All right, now this piece is what we're going to make our leaves out of. I'm going to die cut these each twice, and we're going to put those around our frame with our little sloth. And for this, I'm going to use several different colors of green. I've got some pine needle. We still have the mowed lawn, the pine needle, the twisted citron, and the rustic wilderness. And I'm just going to really just blend this all together in no particular reason, in no particular way, just like that. I may come back with this one at the end. I'm just going to kind of work my way down through the colors. And I think that doing this is going to give me some really fun leaves. We'll see. Ooh, yeah, I like that. So it's not really mixed media, but it gives you that fun variation, kind of like mixed media. I'm kind of liking these colors, but I want to see what it'll look like when we throw in the pine needle, so let's just go for it. Ooh, yeah. It's going to give that blue tint, which I think is really fun. Yeah. Okay. Do that over on this side. And to finish it off, I'm going to go back with a little bit of twisted citron. All my other greens I do with this one, but the twisted citron, I always keep it with its own. I use it a lot, and I don't want to kind of cross-contaminate it. All right. I think that's good. Let's die cut us some leaves, and we can put this card together. All right. I am going to do each of them twice. So the easiest way to do that is to go ahead and just cut this in half and layer it up. And I'm going to put my pieces right down. Really just putting them how they fit, because I'm not sure, you know, where it's going to be random how it comes out. If there was a spot on my paper that I just really loved, then I would make sure that my leaves hit it. But it was all just pretty, you know, I don't think one spot's better than another spot, so. All right, we're going to run that through my die cut machine, and we'll have our leaves ready to go. All right, I think those die cut well. I didn't put any shims or anything, so hopefully that does all right. Ooh, I just noticed something. Yeah, okay, I'm lucky. I left the pen out of my glue maybe all night. Oh no, I just did it when I did this. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and pop those all out. And if I decide we need a few more, I do have more space here. I could run them through some again. All right. Let's pull them all apart. Okay, yeah, we got some variation there. Okay, I'm going to go around this whole thing with some foam tape. Looks like I'm going to have to open a new package of the thin foam tape. The other one was empty. And this was a card, other than the coloring and a little bit of die cutting, I didn't have anything done in advance. So you can see how quickly a card can really come together when you have an idea. Now this would be a fun die and set to make shaker cards with, but for today's I didn't decide to do shaker card, but certainly these windows would be fun. And because of how easy it is to foam the whole thing off, you could put different, different colors in each of the little sections, and that would be fun. Oops, that a little crooked. So for those of you that were with me last week and were asking about the sand products that I used, I still have not heard back from the company. So I did put a call out to a friend of mine who works at a lot of the expos and sees, the owners of that more regularly. And I've asked her to have them give me a call and to kind of find out how people go about. So I'm still trying to get that information for you. And I am leaving to go to Wisconsin on a bus trip with my mom. So it'll probably be next week before I'm able to post that answer. And I will put it in the comments of the video that I did last week. So hopefully if any of you had questions or watching from that, that'll help. Alright, if you didn't see last week's video where we did texture using a sand product, that's what I'm talking about there. So you can go back and check that out if you're interested. Alright, here. Okay. I'm only going to have one shot at getting this down perfect, so I'm going to pull it down closer to me and try not to mess it up. There we go. I like it. Very nice. Okay, now I'm just going to add these leaves around the corner, put some pop foam behind him, and we're going to call this one done. I didn't think of it beforehand, but I may have to make some hot pink flowers to add on these. And I'll just go to one of my sets and find some hot pink flowers because I think that would be a fun addition. And let's see where I want my... Okay, right here on his head. All right. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to finish adding some leaves. And I didn't think about adding hot pink flowers, but I do think that will be cute. So definitely going to come back and do that. Cut off some of these. This one right under there. Alright, I think I'm not sure if I want to add too many leaves or not. I don't want to take away from my trees. Maybe another one right over in here. Yeah. My first thought was to kind of surround it with leaves, but I'm kind of liking it the way it is. So that's one thing when I'm crafting on the fly. You're going to see some of my thought process. But all right, so I will make a slimline card base to put this on. And that is our card today. I'm really loving it. We miss you. He's just waiting at the mailbox to hear from his loved one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera back. Thanks so much for joining me to make this card. And if you were interested in any of these products, they are linked below in the video. And let's see, I can't think if there's anything else, but I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to crafting with you again next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.